1 Piso coin minted in the year 2000 belongs to the Flora and Fauna Series, which was introduced by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP. In 1983, this series replaced the earlier ng Bagong Lipunan series and aimed to modernize Philippine coinage while promoting the country's rich biodiversity and national heroes. The 1 Piso denomination, in particular, honored José Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines, and featured native fauna. The year 2000 issue came at a time when the Philippines was undergoing economic recovery from the late 1990s Asian financial crisis. Coin production during this year was part of a continuing push to keep small denomination currency in circulation, even though inflation was making smaller coins less useful for daily transactions. The portrait of Rizal used in the Flora and Fauna Series coins is sleek and minimalistic compared to earlier designs, giving it a modern look for the late 20th century. The Philippine coconut palm cocos, Nucifera chosen, as it is one of the country's most important agricultural products, often called the tree of life for its many uses. The seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas introduced in 1993, symbolizing the country's monetary authority. The plant depiction is detailed, showing the palm tree with a cluster of coconuts, highlighting its significance to Philippine livelihood and exports. Composition: copper-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, chosen for durability and resistance to corrosion. This metal composition gave the coin a silvery appearance, making it distinct from brass-colored lower denominations. 1 Piso 2000 was minted in large numbers to meet everyday cash transaction needs. It was widely used in public transport fares, market shopping, and small retail purchases. Despite its wide circulation, coins from this year that remain in uncirculated condition are less common today, making them interesting to collectors. The year 2000, the Philippine peso was undergoing gradual depreciation, with the exchange rate at about Philippine peso 40, Philippine peso 45 to the US dollar. Despite this, the 1 Piso coin still retained reasonable purchasing power, enough to buy candy, small snacks, or contribute toward bus fare. Today, however, the coin's buying power has diminished significantly due to inflation. For coin collectors, the 1 Piso 2000 holds appeal for several reasons. End-of-century era coinage being from the turn of the millennium adds a symbolic historical value. Flora and Fauna Series popularity: many collectors aim to complete the full set of this series, and the year 2000 issue is a must-have. Condition: rarity. While circulated examples are common, finding a brilliant uncirculated coin is far harder. The Flora and Fauna Series continued until 2003, when it was replaced by the BSP series, also known as the New Generation coins at that time, which removed plant imagery in favor of a more modern, simplified look. This makes the 1 Piso 2000 part of the last few years before the series was phased. The concept of the Piso as the Philippines' main currency unit dates back to the Spanish colonial era, when the peso was introduced in the late 16th century as part of the Spanish dollar trade system. It survived multiple colonial transitions, from Spanish rule to the short-lived First Philippine Republic to American administration, and finally to the Republic of the Philippines after 1946. The modern 1 Piso coin went through several designs and series before reaching the 2000 Flora and Fauna version. This makes the coin part of a long and evolving tradition of national currency representation. Introduced in 1983, the Flora and Fauna Series aimed to honor Philippine biodiversity, pairing prominent national heroes with local plants and animals, provide modernized anti-counterfeiting features, refresh the look of Philippine coins, which had been largely unchanged since the 1970s. The case of the 1 Piso coin. The choice of José Rizal alongside the coconut palm was symbolic, a national hero paired with the tree of life, both deeply rooted in Filipino identity. The year 2000 was more than just another minting year. Turn of the millennium. The coin is one of the few Philippine coins minted during the historic year 2000, a date that itself carries collectible appeal. Economic climate. The Philippines was navigating post-Asian financial crisis recovery. Confidence in the currency was important, and consistent coin production reinforced stability. Predecessor to a series change within just 3 years. This series would be discontinued, making the 2000 coin part of its final chapter. José Rizal, 1861 to 1896, is not just a national hero. He was a writer, doctor, reformist, and martyr whose execution sparked a nationwide movement for independence from Spain. His inclusion on the 1 Piso symbolized patriotism and the importance of intellectual resistance. Earlier coins showed Rizal in more traditional, classic styles, but the Flora and Fauna series depicted him with a simplified, modern portrait, making the design distinctive. Economic significance. The Philippines has been one of the world's top coconut producers, exporting coconut oil, copra, and other byproducts globally. Cultural importance. Called the tree of life, it's used for food, shelter, tools, and fuel in rural communities. Symbolic resilience. Much like the Filipino spirit, the coconut tree can withstand typhoons and harsh tropical conditions. By featuring the coconut, the BSP was highlighting a plant as valuable to the nation as the hero. On the other side, coins of this era were minted domestically at the Bangko Central ng Pilipinas Security Plant Complex. The mid-2000s, the purchasing power of the 1 piso had eroded significantly, leading to it becoming less used in larger transactions. However, the year 2000 issue remains memorable for being part of the last years when the coin felt truly useful in daily spending. For numismatists,